Today, I'll be reacting to when the legendary trash talker got verbally owned by the GOAT trash talker. So let's go right into the video.
Trash talking is common in pro sports. Basketball great Larry Bird was one of the most legendary smack talkers of his time. When Reggie Miller was a rookie, he did his best to psych out the Hall of Famer and failed miserably. Luckily, this didn't stop Miller from having a storied NBA career. He was even fortunate enough to play for Bird from 1997 to 2000. When Miller entered the league in 1987, Bird and the Boston Celtics were already legendary. They had won 3 NBA championships in the 1980s, and Bird was the MVP 3 years running. But Miller didn't seem to care about any of that. In a snippet from his book, I Love Being the Enemy, Reggie recounts his story of razzing the All-Star. A close game between the Celtics and Pacers was coming down to free throws. With only 20 seconds left, Bird was fouled and sent to the free throw line. To distract him from making the shot, Miller tried trash talking, saying, Hey. Bird, irritated by this, turned his head to look at Miller. You got to be kidding me, Rook. You got to be kidding me. He sunk the first free throw and continued on his rant. Rook, I'm the best shooter in the league right now. In the league, understand. And you're up here trying to say something. After he easily sunk.
Larry Bird said, Reggie, what are you trying to do? Don't try that right now. Like, come on, man. Come on. Oh man, that's funny. That's hilarious.
Throw line. To distract him from making the shot, Miller tried trash talking, saying, Hey. Bird, irritated by this, turned his head to look at Miller. You got to be kidding me, Rook. You got to be kidding me. He sunk the first free throw and continued on his rant. Rook, I'm the best shooter in the league right now. In the league, understand. And you're up here trying to say something. After he easily sunk the next shot, Miller said he felt like an idiot trying to get under the skin of the great Bird, especially in front of Bird's teammates who found the whole scene hilarious. In 2016, Reggie talked on how he felt as a rookie going up against Larry Legend. Miller explained he patterned his game after Bird and he will always root for him.
I remember sitting in my dorm at UCLA and watching those great series between Boston and Magic and Bird, and Magic is my mentor. I've said this on this show before, but I patterned my game, who I wanted to be like, who I wanted to play like, after Larry Bird, so I was torn. So I love them both, and to have a chance to play against Larry early on in my career, and then kind of be under his leadership when he took over as head coach, it was a thrill for me because that was, one of the players that, I really idolized and patterned my game after. The younger.
That's nice for Reggie Miller. That man had Magic as his mentor, but he modeled his game after Larry Bird. It makes sense. Reggie Miller was a great shooter. It's just funny because at the free throw line, Larry Bird told him, I'm the best shooter in the league right now. It's funny because Reggie Miller, in my opinion, Reggie Miller is a top 5, top 6 shooter in NBA history. Reggie Miller was a great shooter. Larry Bird was a great shooter. So I'm not shocked that Reggie said he tried modeling his game after Larry Bird. That story's still funny though. He like, come on, Rook. You gotta be kidding me. You're really trying this right now. Like, come on, don't talk trash to Larry Bird. I'm telling y'all, Larry Bird is a funny guy.
He took over as head coach. It was a thrill for me because that was, one of the players that, I really idolized and patterned my game after. The younger generation needs to go back in YouTube, man. Some of the stuff that kid did, man, I shouldn't say kid, that man did. It was a bad boy. And what struck me is the first time I played him, and I had seen him before, obviously, he played in Magic's Midsummer Night's Magic the very first year, and I had met him once there, but to actually lace up my tennis shoes and getting ready for jump ball and being on the court with him, when you walk up to Larry Bird, it's not like he is a small 6'9". He is a big 6'9" with long arms, and I'm looking up at him like, oh my God, this is like Larry Legend. I'm saying this to myself underneath my breath, this is Larry Legend. Oh my God, keep it cool. And I remember in the Garden, they had, the game was closed and they were winning, and I'll remember this to the end of time. We were shooting a free throw and I was at half court, and he walks back to me and leans over and says, keep working hard, young fella, you're going to be a good one. This is Larry Bird. I mean,
hey, respect from Larry Bird for that. He told Reggie, hey, kid, keep working at it. You're going to be a good one. I will be honored like crazy Larry Bird told me that. To be honest, I'll be honored if any great player told me, just keep working, you're going to be great. Like, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Reggie Miller for sure was honored. And of course, Reggie Miller, he going on to have a great NBA career, Hall of Famer. Respect for Larry Bird for that. That's really nice from Larry Bird. That's really nice.
Over and says, keep working hard, young fella. You're going to be a good one. This is Larry Bird. I mean, he is Mr. Hoosier. He's from our state saying this to me, and I'm like, oh my God, Larry Bird just said be a good one. I'm sorry. There's certain people that you root for. Larry Bird is one of those guys I will always root for.
In 2011, while discussing the best trash talkers in the history of the NBA on open court, Reggie admitted he learned to trash talk by watching the Celtics legend.
I got a lot of my trash talking actually by growing up in LA and watching the Boston and the LA series was watching Larry Bird, because you mentioned he was, and you didn't assume that he talked, but you knew he was talking.
Oh, yeah.
Because him and Michael Cooper used to go at it all the time.
Right.
And to hear that Southern twang and to hear him talk and to hear him talk trash, it was priceless.
Well, with
Did you ever
Brad-
laugh?
No,
Did you ever laugh?
Oh, yeah, you laugh all the time.
Despite making a fool of himself as a rookie, Miller went on to have a top-notch NBA career. He played for 18 years with the Indiana Pacers and is considered one of their best players ever. He was noted for his deadly three-point shooting, especially in clutch situations. Always a consistent free throw shooter, he led the league in free throw percentage 5 times throughout his career. Always one to play the bad guy, Miller loved to get under the opposing team's skin.
Oh yeah, Reggie Miller was a dog. Reggie Miller was a monster. Great jump shot. Like the guy said, great in the clutch. Reggie Miller was a dog. But that's nice to have, like with Reggie Miller though. Magic was his mentor, and Larry Bird coached him. Reggie Miller always had greatness around him, so that makes sense why he was a great player. It makes total sense now. Yeah, Reggie Miller was a dog though. Shout out to Reggie Miller. He was nice.
Have a top-notch NBA career. He played for 18 years with the Indiana Pacers and is considered one of their best players ever. He was noted for his deadly three-point shooting, especially in clutch situations. Always a consistent free throw shooter, he led the league in free throw percentage 5 times throughout his career. Always one to play the bad guy, Miller loved to get under the opposing team's skin. He was a trash talker, cocky, and difficult to defend, but he could always back up his smack talking with his play. His finesse and shooting ability would earn him induction into the Hall of Fame in 2012. Bird and Miller reunited again in 1997, but in a different capacity. Not as opponents, but instead as coach and player. Two of the best trash talkers were back together and working toward a common goal. That season was an incredible year for Miller and the Pacers. When Bird joined the organization as head coach, he had his doubters, but they were quickly silenced and won over by his vision and work ethic. Miller and Bird led the team to the Eastern Conference Finals in 1998, where they took Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls to a nail-biting Game 7 where the Bulls pulled off the win. That loss was tough to swallow, but the team regrouped and made it to the Eastern Conference Finals the following year and the NBA Finals in 2000. Miller's strong play and Bird's coaching tactics were part of the reason the team went so far. The success of the Pacers also brought the one-time rivals closer together.
Yeah, Larry Bird, he was a great coach as well, but they took MJ to a Game 7, and that was prime MJ. I know Larry Bird and Reggie wanted to win that one. I know they wanted to win that one. But yeah, they did also make the finals as well. That man, Larry Bird, was great at everything. He was a great player, great coach. Did he also win, Executive of the Year as well? This man was great at everything basketball-wise. He was great at everything.
It was tough to swallow, but the team regrouped and made it to the Eastern Conference Finals the following year and the NBA Finals in 2000. Miller's strong play and Bird's coaching tactics were part of the reason the team went so far. The success of the Pacers also brought the one-time rivals closer together. No longer were they competing against each other, but this trash-talking duo was looking to win the championship together. Tell us in the comments, how do you think Reggie and Larry Legend will fare in today's NBA?
Shout out to Squad Dog, because that was a great video. To answer that last question, I think Larry Bird and Reggie Miller will be great in today's NBA, specifically because both of them are great shooters and great scorers, especially with the three-pointers. Oh yeah, Larry Bird and Reggie Miller will be shooting 10 to 15 threes a game in today's NBA for sure. That's what I'm just guessing. Oh yeah, but both of them will be good in today's NBA. No doubt. No doubt. Both of them will still be All-Star, Hall of Fame players. Both of them will be real nice in the NBA today. Both of them will fit right into any system, to be honest. These videos about Larry Bird and his peers, what I like is they still respect each other. For example, Larry Bird at the free throw line, Reggie Miller being competitive, he tried to talk trash to Bird. It didn't work, but that's just competition. Larry Bird telling him, hey, keep working at it, you're going to be a great player. Reggie Miller turns out to be a Hall of Fame player. Larry Bird later on, and Reggie Miller's career became his coach. That's real nice. You can tell both of them respect each other. That's what I like about these videos with Larry Bird and his peers. It's mutual respect there. So comment down below your thoughts about this video, your thoughts about Reggie Miller, Larry Bird. How do you think both of them will play out in today's NBA? Furthermore, like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you will never miss a video from me. And I hope everyone have a blessed day. I'm out.